This is part 1, why you should use the King James Bible. Here in 2 Timothy 2:15, study. It says study to shew thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Now, if you look at some of these other versions, look what you're missing. This one says do your best. This one says work hard. This one says make every effort to present yourself. Hasten, this one says. Now we get to the King James Bible. If you can read English, use that. It says study. The New King James says be diligent. New American Standard, be diligent. This one, the Amplified, but again, don't be using the Amplified, because look at how much it's not the same here. I mean, if you compare the Amplified and the King James, you can just pause it and read yourself. They have different words, and it's a lot longer. So if someone saw that, they might say, well, so these new ones, what are they taking out? They're taking out study. Okay, you saw it. They're taking out the word study. The Lord wants you as a Christian to study. He wants you to study the Bible. He wants you to do that, okay? And the reason is because it tells you. But these other ones, they take that out. You can't tell me if you told someone be diligent, but if you told someone study, they would say, well, what do you want me to study? If you said someone be diligent, they wouldn't say, oh, so you want me to study? You could try that. If you want that, you could go around telling people, now I'm going to tell you to be diligent. What do you think you want? What do you think you want me to? What do you want to? What do you think you should do? So you could say, hey, you be diligent, and then ask that person, so what does that mean? I'm trying to give you a task here. Be diligent. But if you say be study, the person's going to say, oh, what do you want me to study? And the Bible says the reason you're studying is to shew thyself approved unto God. And it says also a workman. Okay, so it's work. Okay, you're a workman for God that needeth not to be ashamed. Okay, so you don't have, some people might be ashamed. Why? Because they're not studying. And it says also rightly dividing the word of truth. So you just can't, you got to not only study, but you also have to, rightly divide the word of truth. You have to do it, accurately and in truth and in honesty and sincerity. So guess what? These newer versions, it looks like they don't want you to study.